Welcome to another episode of The Operation Room. Yeah.
I got some comments on my mug.
I know.
My last mug.
I know.
This is different though.
Guys, welcome to...
Wait. Shh.
ASMR. Love drinking coffee. Do you like drinking coffee, Daddy?
Olivia canceled ASMR.
I canceled ASMR. Welcome to another episode of The Operation Room. I'm Olivia.
And I'm Robbie, and Olivia canceled ASMR.
And Robbie's still doing it.
Why do you think it's stupid?
I think it's stupid because I just don't get it. I already explained it on the last episode.
You think it's so fucking stupid and people need to stop doing it?
Yes.
So why are we doing it?
Okay, guys, let's talk about my fart video on TikTok. So
wait, what happened? So you
Okay, so basically, I posted this video on TikTok, and basically, I was holding my phone, and I wanted to get my sister's reaction. So I was holding the phone, press record, and I farted. And my sister was in the background, and she looked, and it was kind of a loud fart. It was definitely loud. You could hear it. And my sister looks up at me, and she was like, "Ew!" And she starts laughing. I kid you not, that video got 60,000 views, which is a lot for me. I only have almost 3,000 followers. I don't have that much going on my TikTok.
So wait, what were you doing in the video? You're just chilling in the video and then you farted?
I was chilling in the video, and I wanted to get my sister's reaction, so I farted. And she looked up.
Like you purposely farted?
Purposely farted. And then my DMs started fucking blowing up with all of these people being like, "Can you please fart? Send me a fart video. I love you farting in those Adidas pants." And then it started to get weirdly sexual. And I was like,
on TikTok?
Yeah, at first I posted it because it was really funny to me. But people took it to a sexual place. So many people got turned on. So now I'm getting DMs.
Wait, you can maybe make an Only Fart fans. OnlyFans fart.
I could.
What would your OnlyFans fart name be? Fart and live?
I don't know.
Flagellant Franny.
Flapper. Flapping lips live. So anyways, speaking of OnlyFans, I sent my first feet pic.
Flapping lips live.
Flapping live. What did I say?
Flapping lips live.
Flapping lips live is going to be my OnlyFans name. But speaking of OnlyFans, are you ready for this? I sent my first feet pics, and I got paid.
How much?
$250. And so this is going to be my fourth way of making a living.
Oh,
and I'm really actually excited about it. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to keep it to feet pics. But it actually
is
works.
Your name Flap?
Flapping lips live. Can you believe that I just made that up? No.
I think listen, I think
OnlyFans is amazing.
Make your money out here however you need to make it. Period.
Make your money out here however the fuck you need to make it. For real. Everybody in New York that I know has more than one job. Everybody has 3 jobs. I have 3 jobs.
It's important to have multiple sources of income no matter where you are. We
just in case one job.
Well, that's the thing. It's growing up when our parents grew up. It was go to school, graduate, get a job, get a wife and kids and the white picket fence, and work. And then you have that work one and then
job.
Die, and you have one job.
But now the world is kind of turning, and now everybody is starting to realize
multiple sources of income.
You can have multiple sources, including OnlyFans. Which is a great way. Which is a great way to make some money. So DM me if you want some feet pics. Okay, so
show us your feet.
Well, they're in socks, but I have some pretty cute feet.
Wait, so people just pay you just to see your feet?
Yeah.
Wait, can I see them?
No, but they look so bad because I need to get my nails done.
Ew. Why does that big toe look like that?
Because I'm a dancer, bitch. You don't want to see I'm not showing the camera my toes. Oh my god, did you just sniff my
sock? They're not bad.
Robbie just sniffed my sock.
Put them back in. Push.
Oh, this reminds me of a daddy putting a little girl's sock in.
Girl, goodbye.
You're my daddy. You could be my daddy.
You want me to be your daddy, girl?
So,
Put your socks on for you, girl.
Yeah, so anyway, that's
yeah, I just can't believe people are into that. Like, feet, like...
They really are. Okay, I have a crush on this girl, but she's my friend. And she's like, I'm not into women. And I'm like, damn it. Who? So I'm trying to, like,
Who
have
is
boundaries.
It? Tell us.
Well, no, because this person watches...
Juicy, can you give us some hints about what they look like?
No, because I'm scared that this person is gonna.
Do I know the person?
No.
Okay.
But I'll show you the Instagram later. So anyway, I have a crush on my friend, and
is she a lesbian?
And she told me that she's not into women. So I was like, maybe I can change that. But I don't want to force something on someone when they already kind of said that they're not into women.
Right.
But I feel like you can change people's minds.
You can try, but if they say no, you're just
then I have to give boundaries. I have to like respect their boundaries, and so anyway, it's a little hard to hang out with them without feeling attracted.
Is she hot?
Very.
But I don't know her.
So hot. She's so hot. And
who's the
and
mystery
she's very,
girl?
Yeah, and she's she's more like she's giving more lady like energy.
So she's not giving butch.
No, I'm actually giving that energy towards her. So
oh my God.
So yeah.
So in that case, you'd be like the top, and she'd be the bottom.
Yeah. No,
wow.
Wouldn't I be the bottom? Isn't the bottom more of like a scarier, vulnerable position? The bottom. I would be the bottom. She would be the top.
Yeah, but you're saying that you're giving more
butch. I'm giving more butch.
So the but I think for lesbians, like the more butch. I mean, I guess you like sexual position doesn't really matter.
Oh, for lesbians, like I would wear the strap on.
Then you would be the top. Top and bottom is like strap on would be top, and whoever's taking the strap on would be bottom.
I would put a strap on for her.
So then you'd be the top.
Yeah. I would also take it from her, but I don't know if she would put a strap on.
Right.
I would do whatever because she's attractive. When someone's attractive, you would do whatever. I would.
Really?
Yeah. So anyway.
You heard it here first.
So what else is going on? Okay, so my fart video that blew up, it got so many fucking views, and I was shocked.
It's so random though. Like the algorithm on TikTok is so random because you could literally not try at all and just like fart in a video and then it goes viral.
Blows up.
And then you could like put like a video where you like put time and effort into it and it doesn't get any views.
Yeah.
You know, if people think like being out here making content is so easy and you see these people making all of this money and you're like, oh my God, it's so easy that they're just making money off of content on TikTok. It's hard. It's hard to constantly be making TikToks and to constantly be editing. And it's a whole, it's a new art form that never existed before. But I feel like people don't respect it as much as they should because it's really hard. It's a whole new art form.
And Robbie and I are learning about it like more now. Robbie is he's doing all the editing for our videos, but there's a lot that goes into it. Yeah. A lot. And you're staring at a screen, your poor eyes and your brain. It's so much work.
No, but I think it's cool. And I also think that we should take them behind the scenes of that process too. And post videos like that too. Because I think that's cool, especially if people are like wanting to start and don't know how. You know, because this process to me, like starting these videos and this podcast and everything, it kind of reminds me of when I first started musical theater when I was like,
oh my God, that means we're on the right page. We're starting a new journey together, and that because it does take that much effort no matter what you do.
Right. Like think about when you were a non-act actor and you were just like learning like, oh, I'm going to go take this job and I'm going to learn how to audition and I'm going to go to the city and go from audition to audition. And, you have to set up your audition book and there's so many things that you have to learn how to do. I think this is like also a new, it reminds me of the same thing. You're learning a new craft. This is something that's new that didn't exist when we were in school or growing
Well, and
up.
it's just cool to change up your career a little bit. I love that I'm not just doing musical theater. I'm doing something else. But
content creation is a form of this is a form of performance.
Yeah. Which is why we're doing it. I'm just happy that we're doing something different. And I would encourage anybody that wants to do it to do it. Can we just segue over to Tyga? I just want to talk really quickly about how he looks like? Fucking hot he is. Look at this video on TikTok. We're gonna show it. Oh my God, he's so fucking hot.
Oh, he's doing mob wife vibes.
Oof. What's mob wife mean?
Like the fur.
Oh shit. So fucking fine. I just think he is one of those people that just keeps putting content out. I got inspired. I went down a hole and I started watching all of his TikToks just down his page. And I was just getting so inspired by him. I was like, his music, some of his music is not that good. And some of his lines, the lines, like his bars are kind of like a little cheesy, but he is one of those artists that just keeps on putting out music and music and music, collaborating and making videos. And he looks like he really takes really good care of himself. And he's dating that white girl. What's her name?
I don't know. I don't know nothing about Tyga.
Oh my God, he's dating Avril Lavigne.
Oh,
Avril,
wow.
like they're dating, and it's so cute.
Wait, he dated Kylie?
Yes, they did. Yeah, dated her for a while, and then now he's dating Avril Lavigne, and he's just fucking killing it. Shout out Tyga, he's so hot. His Instagram, his TikTok is fucking popping off. He's just posting and creating content. Now that we have started this podcast, I'm looking on other people's. Like other famous people's pages and really seeing who puts the effort in and who's not, who kind of, because it's easy to fall off even when you have hit the 10 million mark or whatever, or like you've hit like the best album, like you can still fall out. And I think it takes a lot of work to like reach that amount of fame and to keep even going after that. And Tyga is one of those people.
Especially with, the algorithm too. It's like you have to stay relevant. You have to keep pushing things out in order for content to be relevant. It's like you have to put another one out, and not all the time. Like every time won't be a hit.
Yeah.
So one video might do okay, and then the next random video might like pop off.
Yeah.
But you have to keep putting content out, and that's the hard part.
Yeah, and Tyga does that, and I really like that. I like him for that. So
did you hear that Jennifer Lopez is coming out with a movie based on her life?
Really?
Did you see the trailer yet?
No.
Oh my God.
Is it going to be good?
I saw the trailer and I was like, whoa. Because it's not like a biography or an autobiography. It's like based on her life, but it's like this like weird like the characters kind of look like otherworldly. And the story looks otherworldly. It's crazy, and the production value is insane. And I had no idea that she even made a film. Like I didn't even know about it at all. And I think it's just gonna be on Netflix or Amazon Prime. Like I don't think it's gonna be in theaters, although I think it should be, because I don't know. I think like J-Lo is kind of underrated a little bit.
Oh yeah, people give her so much shit, and she's like 50 years old, right?
Yeah, but she's good.
Like she is so good.
I think her problem is
she's Latina. People give her fucking shit.
I think her problem is she's like there are a couple like. She's done a couple great things. She's done great things throughout her career.
A lot of movies, and her music is amazing.
Yeah. What was the movie that she was like, oh, I'm definitely gonna win the Oscar for this? Was it Enough or no?
It didn't work, and she didn't win.
I don't think it was Enough. I think it was the movie about the strippers.
Oh yes.
What is the movie about the strippers? Hustlers.
And she said she was gonna win.
Everybody thought she was gonna win the Oscar for that, and I thought she was great in that. And also, Enough. She was so good in Enough, and she was so good in Selena. Like she's got a lot of great things out there that people. She's underrated for sure. I love Jennifer Lopez. Yeah, and she's like 50-something years old. She's still dancing.
And she did like Hanging Upside Down the Pole in her Grammys performance. Right. Or was it Grammys or
no Super Bowl? I think
Super Bowl,
she did the Super Bowl like that too.
50 years old, hanging upside down. Right. Oh my gosh, I hope I can do that when I'm that age.
I know. I think about like my mom is in her 50s too, and like I can't even get her to go to the gym. And then you got J-Lo hanging upside down on a pole at 50 years old. Cher too is another one.
Oh, Cher is killing it, and she just released a brand new Christmas album that was fire.
Yeah,
I know Christmas time is past.
I saw Kelly Clarkson talking about Cher, and she is obsessed with Cher.
Yeah, because she's amazing. She's so good. I love her too. I'm gonna be a business owner.
You are?
Yeah.
Oh, the Tutu School.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
My aunt and I just bought a franchise. It's called the Tutu School, and we're opening it in Jersey
Congratulations,
City.
By the way. That's fucking awesome.
Oh
Businesswoman. Power to the woman business
And,
owner.
I was always just taught to work for yourself. I'm so tired of working for everybody else. This is one of the reasons why I'm starting this podcast, why I'm opening a business, why I'm I don't know. I just
singing in bands.
Why I'm singing in bands. Like I just think it's time for everybody to work for yourself. I just don't really like when people tell me what to do. I want to run my own shit. So me and my aunt are opening a tutu school, and it's like a little ballet school for kids 18 months to 8 years old. And it's
where?
right
Jersey
by our
City,
house,
right?
Jersey City Heights. And it's gonna be amazing.
So what is
so
Tutu
excited.
School? What is that?
It's like it's a dance studio for little kids.
But it's a franchise.
Yes, it's a franchise. There's 106.
Is it only ballet?
It's only ballet for little kids. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to be a dance teacher full time. Wish me luck.
But you are a dance teacher now as well.
Yeah, I'm a dance teacher now at a studio called The Studio in Hoboken, New Jersey. And I teach adult ballet classes there, and I teach, 10-year-olds, 11-year-olds.
Wait, I think my friend from high school, Susan Ramirez, teaches there.
She does.
Have you seen her?
Yeah, we message sometimes. Yeah, I have seen her.
Hi, Susan. We love you.
Susan, we love you.
She wants to come on the show, actually. We should have her on, too.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna have her on.
Speaking of people who have multiple sources of income, Susan has been working really hard since high school of just like constantly.
She pops off.
She's just constantly trying to make money in different ways, and I respect that so much.
At it, me too.
Yeah, she's really good, and she's always doing something. She's always being creative. She's always trying to network with people, and just like she's like, I'm meeting this person, I'm meeting that person, I'm doing this gig, I'm doing that gig. Like she'll call people up and be like, hey, can you do this gig? Like that's what you have to do. She makes her own living.
The other day for a gig.
Yeah. Yeah. She that's what you have to do as a performer. If you're a young performer,
no, not even performer, just like as a person, just fucking hustle. Like we're, especially New Yorkers, we're out here hustling because everything is so expensive. Yeah, so fucking expensive here.
New York City is like one of the most expensive places to live in the world. They say that in New York you have to make like over $100,000 for it to feel like the average American, like, and that's why people make me laugh when they're like, oh, why don't you just move to Texas? Why don't you just move here, move there? I'm like, one, I don't want to live there. And number two, like, there's just so much to do in New York City, you know? Yeah. You don't get the same, that's why it's so expensive here. Yeah,
you don't get the same opportunities.
But you also pay like $4,000 to live in a place this small.
Yeah, you're paying for the experience.
That's why I'm moving.
When you're living in New York, you pay for the experience. My apartment's also really small. But there's every corner you turn, there's a class that you can go take. We're fucking, I don't know, there are coffee shops on every corner. I mean, people are awesome here. Everybody is an artist, almost everybody. And there's just, it's nonstop. Yeah. People really love the videos of me and you out in the streets.
Yeah, we should do more.
Yeah. My grandma was like, oh my gosh, that was so amazing. She hated the video of me shaking my
Shaking your boobs. She's going to hate a lot of videos then because you be going off.
I don't know if she hated it. I think she was just like, do I have to come to New York and stop you from shaking your tits? And then she was like, well, I used to shake my tits when I was your age too, to everybody. So I was like, Grandma, I got it from someone. Right. It definitely was you. Love you.
I think it's just, you're like a fierce woman who don't give a fuck about nothing, and you just like do it, and you're just like, I'm proud of just being me, Yeah. My favorite thing about you, actually. I love you. That's my favorite thing about you, actually. You should just be you. You should just be you. Everybody should just be you. I try to just be me. And just do you.
Be nice to us in the comments. Love you guys. They've been nice.
I haven't care.
We haven't had any bad.
No, somebody. I had some haters about the when I said straight guys coming to the gay club, but it's just like don't people will take like, that's the thing, especially when you're online and you're talking online, like you have to be so specific about the way that you say something, because people will eat your words alive and just morph it into, they'll take every single word and morph it into what they perceive it to be, rather than think a little bit harder about what your intention might be. Yeah. So like for that video, I kind of was just like, my intention was that, I just love people all partying together, whether it's, straights and gays at the gay bar or straights and gays at the straight bar. Obviously you don't bring negative energy into a gay space, because a gay space is a safe space. Always has, that's why we created safe spaces to begin with for gays. Gay places are safe spaces, right? But like, I think it's beautiful in 2024 that I think we are at the point where straight men could come to the gay bar and feel comfortable and not be,
get inspired.
You're gay because you're at a gay bar. It's just like everybody should just be hanging out with each other. Hanging out.
Yeah, gay bars are the best because I feel like at the end of the day, LGBTQ people are the people that know themselves best.
Correct.
They just know, they're tapped into who they truly are, which is why those bars and those places are way more fun to go to, because those people know themselves. Right. Straight bars, I guess people know themselves there too, but they're just not as fun. Right. And they're very judgmental there.
And somebody else said in the comments like, oh, my straight girlfriends come to gay bars not to get hit on and looked at. And that is true. Like,
sometimes that's why I go.
Sometimes that's why you go too. But also I have so many girlfriends that they literally just can't find a fucking guy in any bar because guys in general are just fucking like weird and when they go straight guys, when they go out, they're just like weird and there's fights and there's all this shit. But like, just because, you know, they're at a gay bar doesn't mean that they don't want to find a nice guy. Like you can literally be in a grocery store and not be wanting, you know, have your hair in a bun, no makeup on, not planning on meeting a guy, not wanting to meet a guy, and then you find the love of your life. And it's just like, it doesn't matter where you are, you know. It's just like, the point that I was trying to make is that you could end up meeting a really nice guy at a gay bar that is straight, and they're cool because they're fucking really comfortable with themselves, and they're cool with, you know, other gay people, and they're cool with the community, and that makes them a good person. Yeah. So that was what my intention was. Yeah. So.
And period. And no matter what you say, what we say on the internet, or what anybody says, we're probably going to get attacked. So I just think that we just have to get used to that, and we have to just be ready for it and not really start drama, just kind of laugh at it and be like, and know ourselves really well. I think the internet is a scary place, but also you have to be strong to want to put a podcast and do what we're doing, and to want to put it out there in the world. I've gotten so many people unfollow me because I'm posting so much podcast content, but I'm like, okay, well, if these people don't want to be here for that, you guys can leave, and hopefully I'll get some new. You have to lose some to win some. Correct. And that's just what it is. And so you have to really just know you have to just believe in what you're doing in order to keep going.
You know, and people who
everybody has something to say all the time.
People who put themselves out there, you know, and
get
just
the
like
most hate.
You know, you're gonna get the most hate, but also that takes the strongest people. You know?
That's me and Robbie.
You know,
so join us.
But anybody on the internet, especially the people that have blown up and they didn't have a lot of followers before that, you know, it's just like, I have so much respect for them.
Me too. I have respect for media.
You gotta just get yourself out there. You have to make the cringy material. Yeah. You have to, you know,
have to. Yes.
That's the only way that it's gonna work. That's the only way that it's gonna work. You have to start somewhere.
So Robbie and I are blowing up Instagram. Yes, we are.
We officially hit 100 million followers on Instagram.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did.
No, not you said 100 million.
Yeah.
It's 100.
100 million followers.
Why do you say that?
Because we do.
Why are you lying?
We officially have 100 million followers on Instagram.
No, you guys. We only have 100. We just reached 100 followers. So if you can follow our page and shout us out, follow, repost, that would be so amazing.
Do I have coffee breath?
No. Oh my God.
Seasonal depression. Seasonal depression is real. And you know what? It's been 9 days now in New York City with no sun, and I feel it in my bones. I don't know about you.
No, I do.
You know?
And all of New York, all my friends are like, I'm so depressed right now. I'm leaving to go to Costa Rica for a week.
Yeah. Have you ever been to Costa Rica?
No, I want to go there.
It's, Olivia, it's so good and so cheap. I did for 9 days under $1,000.
Oh, word.
Yeah, I think I spent like $900. Yeah, I think I spent like $900. We went to an all-inclusive. We got 2 Airbnbs, a hotel. It was amazing. And Costa Rica, I think I have my hat somewhere over here. See? Pura vida.
Oh,
right there.
Pura vida.
Yeah. So in Costa Rica, everybody says pura vida, and it means pure life. And literally, like, how beautiful that a whole country, like, is constantly saying to each other, pure life, pure life, pure life.
Damn, pura vida.
Like, and then here in New York, we're like bumping into each other and saying, fuck off.
And not even making eye contact with anybody. And everybody's just walking by depressed.
What happened to Americans that we are just so, especially New Yorkers, where we are just so like angry all the time? When I was on tour in Japan, I remember we left like at the end of this, I think we were out there for like 6 months, and we left, and at the airport leaving, they were like, thank you guys so much for visiting our country. Wow. Like, here are gifts. Please take it home. We're sending blessings. Wow. We're sending blessings to your families. Like it was just such an amazing send-off that they sent to us. Yeah. And that was us leaving the airport in Japan. And then we get back to New York, and we get off the plane, and they're like, let's go. Move it, move it, move it. I'm like, wow, we're fucking back in New York City. Like, I don't know.
It's so fast paced here because, I don't know, there's just a lot going on, and everybody's always late, and the trains run late, so everybody's trying to get somewhere all the time. It is really sad. If you walk down the street, it's like no one's really making eye contact or waving at a random person. Everybody's just so focused, looking down at their phones, walking to the place that they have to go to. Yeah. Which is fine because we're hustlers. You know, New Yorkers are tough skin. Like, you know, it takes a lot of it would have to have, like, if an old person fell on the street, New Yorkers would go and help that person. Yes, we're not like mean like that. Like,
very true.
we're not gonna just leave the person and keep walking. Like, we're realistic. Like, but it'll take that to get our attention, you know. And then if there's like a crazy person on crack, like running and yelling and shouting things, we're just gonna ignore that. There's just a lot going on here that we know what to pay attention to and what we don't, I think. Maybe.
What are some tips that you would have for like a tourist visiting New York, like from a real New Yorker?
Please.
Like,
don't stand at the top of the steps to the subway. Don't just stand there and fucking be standing and talking. Move out the fucking way. And don't stand in the middle of the street and have a conversation. Fucking step to the side. Or if you need to look at your Google Maps to see where you're going, step away from the middle of the sidewalk to look at your Google Maps. Please don't block the subway entrances. We need to get into the subway.
One of my biggest pet peeves for tourists, and honestly even a lot of New Yorkers, is when the subway door opens. People will come in. People will come into the subway before they let you out. It's like proper etiquette is I made a whole video about this.
Even New Yorkers.
I know. Why don't people know? You have to when you're getting it.
First.
When you're getting on the subway, move to the side and let people come out
and
first,
then you
and
can
then
go in.
you go in.
Yeah, that's a big one.
That is such a pet peeve of mine. Also, people like looking at their phone on their GPS and walking so slow in the middle of the street.
Oh my god.
When like move to the left or the right. And also when you come to New York, you have to understand something. As a tourist, when you come to New York, you're constantly going to be looking up, right? Because you're here in New York and you're seeing all the buildings for the first time or the lights. You're constantly going to be looking up, which slows you down. I don't discourage you from doing that. But the people who live here have been looking up for years and they don't look up anymore. So like New York, it's here for them. Right. So we're moving this way and you guys are all like this. So I encourage you, if you're going to do this, go to a spot where
Just go to the side of the road
where you can do this, you know?
You know where I really want to go? I want to go to Mexico. I actually eventually want to buy a house in Mexico.
Mexico?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah. You know I'm half Mexican.
I know.
I'm tapping into my roots. Whenever I'm in Mexico,
Wait, what part of Mexico is your family from?
Chihuahua.
Really?
My dad. Yeah.
Is that where the dog's name
I hear
comes
a cat.
from? Chihuahua?
I don't know. It's just because that's a Mexican dog. Their roots are from Mexico.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that why it's called Chihuahua?
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
shit.
I don't know if that's why, but Chihuahuas come from Mexico.
I did not know that.
I think so. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I wish
fact
we
check
had a
me on
fact
that
check.
one, Cole. But I eventually want to buy a house in Mexico for sure. Every time I'm on that land,
Which
I
part?
feel, I'm not sure yet. Maybe like Oaxaca. Or like maybe somewhere by the water. Puerto Escondido I went to and it was fucking amazing. And I fell in love with a Mexican guy. He sent me flowers and he sent me joints from Mexico.
Do you know that Mexicans and Italians have a lot of similarities that I had no idea about?
That's why we grew up. That's why we get along.
I had no idea until I did Americano. And
you're like, oh, that makes sense.
I was like doing research. Obviously, when you start a new show, you have to do research. And then one of the main things that I really noticed was they started building the set, and there was tons of like crosses like above the beds.
Yeah, like
and in the thing.
Jesus
And I
Christ
was like,
crosses?
wow, I grew up like just
way,
like this.
yeah.
And then I started doing research, and like Mexicans, so many are Catholic, and so many Italians are Catholic, and like the Mexican dad.
Yes, you're right.
The Mexican
Oh my
dad
God.
is so familiar
forgot about
to the
that.
to the Italian dad, you know, and they have like
that macho man of the
Yes.
house vibe.
And the pride, and the Mexican pride is so
Pride.
similar to the Italian pride, and their food, the culture in a Mexican food is so similar to the culture in Italian food. Not the way that it tastes, but how passionate they are about the food and you know the recipes. And
Someone
and
said
everything.
recently that I heard in an interview or something like online that Mexican food is like a bunch of chewed up food and thrown up back out, which is actually kind of funny
Oh
because
my
it is. It's like
God.
ground beef that's like
That's
chopped up
crazy.
and like rice in it.
I'm sorry,
I
but
wanted to throw
Mexican
out of that.
food, like my favorite type of food is Italian food. But if I
Mine's
had to,
Mexican, bitch.
if I had to pick a number two, I think it would definitely be Mexican.
My
food.
number 2 is Italian. Oh my
Period.
God, besties.
Shit, could you mix
Amazing.
Italian and Mexican food together into one meal?
I would probably eat it. I would eat pasta and tacos at the same time. That's
Okay,
my
yeah,
pasta
let's
is my the second favorite food. First is tacos. Tacos from Mexico.
What's your favorite tacos?
My favorite taco is beef tacos.
Wait, do you remember on the cruise ship when we were in Mexico and you randomly went to some guy's like backyard?
No.
Backyard. You went to like a random backyard party
Where?
and a local guy in Mexico.
No.
You
Oh
don't
my
remember
God.
that?
A
And we
Mexican-
thought you weren't gonna make the ship, but you were gonna get like killed out there.
Was it a backyard party?
Yeah, it was like a barbecue. You said he
Is
like
that when I was doing
barbecued for you.
cooking?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, that was bad. I feel like I could have died that day because
you
I was
not
doing
remember
a
that?
bunch of Mexican cocaine, and I like went back to the ship, and it was some sort of party that I was at barbecue, and you guys weren't hanging out with me. I was hanging out with a bunch of these guys from the ship, and we were doing cocaine, and that was when I got back to my cabin, and I took a nap. And I woke up and I was like, I think I'm dying. And then I had to go to a show. And I remember being like, Robbie, please help me. Like, I'm not okay. I think I'm not okay. I felt like I was going to pass out and faint. Was this the day that
you were tipping and the thing was coming up?
Maybe.
And you were like, oh my God. So we had on the ship, like when we were doing Grease together, we had these giant lifts on stage. And during beauty school dropout, you guys played Showgirls, and you had to you guys each had like a lift that you would stand on, and some of these lifts would go like 10 feet high, and Olivia like had to tip. You know, you were like you had to like crazy? You had to tip, and that day your arms were flailing so high, and you had funny, and you had 1 foot on the lift and 1 foot off the lift, and they couldn't call it. And then you eventually like got your foot on like last minute, and then the lift went up. That was so dangerous. Don't ever do that again.
Remember when I got caught on the grease? I came down on like a fake engine, and it was from the ceiling.
And you got caught, and I couldn't get you off.
Okay, let me tell the story. So basically, I had to seatbelt myself into that, right? So and they won't let you down from. It's like a trapeze coming from the ceiling all the way down. This is in a show.
We should put the video up.
We'll put the video up. We can clip to it. We'll show you a clip. And so basically, I was on this engine. I had to seatbelt myself in, and I come down, and I get let off on like the car hood. The car was like another prop. So the car basically was like rose up from the bottom of the stage, and then the engine was coming down, and I got set on the front of the car. Right. And so and then Robbie would take me off. Well, I got off the engine one show, and I remember getting ready for Robbie to lift me off, and
you were
was still attached to the engine, and I didn't know why. Well, it was because I forgot to unbuckle myself. So the engine started going back up as I was still hooked onto it, and I was holding Robbie for dear life, and
didn't I get it off?
Robbie eventually got it off. Yeah, Robbie was like, "What the fuck is going on?" Like, and then he reached over and then
I went into panic. I went into just like, I got to get her off this thing.
Yeah,
before
but I remember grabbing Robbie for dear. I was like grabbing around you like I was a 3-year-old child not wanting to leave my dad's.
Well, they shouldn't have pulled it up until you were off.
Yeah, you know? They literally started pulling me up, and I was like dangling off of the fucking car engine.
That was scary.
Yes,
I did not know what to do.
You figured it out. You were my hero. That was another one of the stories where you were my hero.
Yeah. I did not know how I was gonna get you off that thing, but I did. Thank God. That was scary. That was scary. But like honestly, a lot of crazy shit happened on the ship where it's just like, why is that happening?
Yeah, a lot of weird stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I stalked Pedro's profile.
You did?
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about that on
Yeah, here? I don't care.
Pedro's her ex. I love
my
Pedro.
Ex.
Hi, Pedro.
No, he's not going to watch this because he can't watch my stuff, I don't think.
He can watch my stuff.
Oh, he watches your stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, well, I don't really care. I was stalking his page, and he was my boyfriend when I was on the ship from Brazil. He was a diver, and he is looking mad fine. I do
Olivia.
have to say, he's looking mad fine.
Well, happily in love.
I know he's happily in love. I know,
and we love that for him.
And we love that for him. I'm so happy, Pedro. I'm so happy for you. You can post all this. I'm so happy for you. You found love. You found a woman that loves you as much as you deserve to be loved.
And she's fierce too. I remember her being fierce.
Did you know her?
I hung out with her a couple times on the ship, and she was
What are you talking about? She was never a couple times on the ship.
Yeah,
she was in our cast.
I remember. I don't know if she. No, she had.
She was an acrobat, and I don't remember her.
She was dating that other dude, the white dude that used to sleep with Grace sometimes.
Grace and Emily. That
white guy.
Joe. No,
I don't remember his name, but she was dating somebody else back then, and I don't know if she was on another ship and came to our ship.
Oh my God, she dated the white boy, the one that was kind of hot.
Yes,
that like really fucked Grace over.
Yes.
Oh my God.
And
what was his name?
I remember hanging out with her, and the couple times I hung out with her, she was really Wes.
So she dated Wes.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Okay, so anyway, so the girl is beautiful, and I saw, and she has him posted like every single picture is them. So they're basically like madly in love, and she is so beautiful. I'm like, work, Pedro. He got like a fucking beautiful woman, like work. But he does look like, he looks like a husband. Like he looks like very put together. You know how like he just looks like a dad. He looks like he's ready to be a dad.
Period.
And I was kind of like,
Hi, Daddy.
he looks like a dad. And I was kind of like, did I fuck up by letting him go? And I don't know if I did.
This is tea.
I don't know if I did.
This
Like,
is
I'm not
tea.
sure if I fucked up, you know, like he is an amazing person, but I just think in our relationship, like I was always a little bored, but that was also when I was like younger and had a lot of energy and was very ADHD. Now that I'm like older and settling down,
You
I
still
was
have
like,
ADHD.
I do, but like it's kind of calmed down because I'm on Lexapro and like I know how to kind of control it a little bit.
Yeah, no, I think you were just not in the position to be in a serious relationship back
with
then,
him,
you know,
or back then,
right?
Yeah,
Just in general.
So I was looking at fucking Pedro's profile, and my sister reminded me that like I need to stop being like, don't be sad about that. You're fine. But I did. Does anybody ever have a moment of like stalking their ex, and you're not thinking about them? Like I don't really think about Pedro. I don't think I was even really that in love with him. Like I never really miss him, and then all of a sudden I was stalking his page, and I was like, oh my god, did I fuck up? And then my sister was like, no, you didn't. You would have been bored you would have been bored the whole time. If you would have been bored if you guys were dating now. So. Anyway, this is
the way that I feel about these types of situations. It's that you always, whenever you're in a situation at that time, that's exactly what you want. So like, don't ever regret. Like, did I fuck up? Because when you guys separated, that's exactly what you wanted at that time. Yeah, you know,
it was during Mean Girls.
And if you approach just life in general in the sense of like, right now, I'm making this decision right now because this is what I want right now, and you have to be okay with my decision making is to do this right now, and if in 10 years or 5 years or changes, tomorrow I feel a different way, that's okay because this is the decision I'm making right now. And that is why, you know, forming who you are as a person is so important, because when you become the person that you are, each and every day you're a new person, right? You're growing and growing and growing. Your decision making changes as you move on in life, and you know, your decision making gets better, and then you make better decisions, and then that affects your life moving forward. You know, but whatever you make a mistake,
better or worse decisions,
right? But you could also, you know, be a good person that makes a bad decision, but don't regret it. That's exactly what you wanted in that moment. You know, that's why I don't regret things.
Yeah. Well, it's crazy because I was watching like my senior recital when I was 17 years old, like my senior recital in high school. And I was looking at that video of myself and I was like, that person is so different than who I am now. Like literally, it doesn't even seem like that is the same person who I was at 17 and who I am at 27. Completely. And so I feel like getting older isn't even I feel like I almost feel like I'm in like a different body. I'm not even do you ever feel that way when you're getting older? You're like, how was I even still alive? Like, how am I still alive? Like 100%. It feels like I'm just moving into different bodies as I'm getting older. It doesn't 100%. Feel like I'm the same as I was when I was younger at all.
It's funny that you say this because the other day I was walking home from the subway and I was coming home from an audition, an important audition, and I was like, fuck, I wish that would have ended up differently. I wish I would have done differently, whatever. And as I was walking home, I was thinking to myself, like, when is the last time that you were proud of yourself for just everything that you have in your life right now? And it was this moment, ready? This is the weird part. It was this moment where like I felt like my current self was like, pause for a second. Tell your younger self, the 17-year-old kid that graduated and went to school for musical theater and grinded for 10 years and worked out in Japan and worked on a cruise ship. This version of yourself needs to pause for a second and tell that version of yourself that you're proud. And I literally was like in my head as I'm walking home from the subway, I'm like, 17-year-old Robbie, like, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. And it was really a beautiful moment for me. And I was just like, oh my God, more people should fucking do this because it's therapeutic. And then, you know, because we get so caught up in like, oh, you're not this, you're not that. I'm not on Broadway yet. I'm not doing this yet. I'm not doing that yet. Yeah. But like in reality, if you go back to who you were 10 years ago, they're probably going to be fucking really proud of who you are right now.
Yeah.
You know, so so that's just some advice that I can give to people who are struggling to like think that they haven't gotten that far yet, or they haven't achieved everything that they want. They're not in the right, you know, place that they thought that they should be in their life. Like, just take a second and separate yourself in your mind from who you are now to past, and tell your past self, I'm proud of you.
Yeah. Can you imagine like thinking thanking your younger self and be like, "Kid, you're doing good, but and you're gonna be better when you get older, and you're actually like a drug addict."
But people are drug addicts sometimes for a million different reasons, you know.
I know, shit happens in life.
Right.
Life is fucking hard. It's not easy.
Right.
So
Addiction is a disease, and people need to always approach it that way. Yeah. People don't wake up and say, people don't wake up when they're little and say, I want to be a drug addict when I get older, or I want to be a thief, or I want to be a murderer. Like, those things happen because of life events and
that in your life.
And that's another thing. It's just like, some people just have shitty upbringing. Some people have shitty things that happen to them in their life that make them do things when they're older. Trauma, you know. That's why I always say, like, everybody needs to stop being so quick to you know, reprimand people and tell people that they made bad mistakes, or that, you know, that they're shitty people because they made mistakes, because everybody has their own fucking journey that they're on, you know. And it's just like, it's not our responsibility as people to tell other people that they're wrong, you know, that you did something wrong. If it affects you personally, sure, take it, deal with it, move on. But like, to walk around the world every day thinking it's your responsibility to tell other people that they're bad people or they make bad decisions, that's not it. And if you think that's
your problem,
if you think that that's the way that you should live your life, I'm sorry, but you should get a therapist.
You're wrong. All right. Well, I think that was a really good note to end on.
Yeah, that was a really good note to end on.
Yeah,
we
thanks,
appreciate
guys.
that was a nice little subtle, like, deep little
a cute episode. Yeah, I think it got better from the middle towards the end. I got more comfortable.
We hope that you guys are enjoying these conversations. You know, we can get really deep sometimes.
Yeah, and we're gonna get more deep as these episodes continue. Love you guys. Thanks
Thank
for
you guys for
watching
watching
another episode of the Operation Room. Yeah. I'm Olivia.
I'm Robbie.
Peace out.
Peace, love, health, happiness, blessings.
Love you.